Hey guys, so Super Mario Star Road. It's gotta be one of the best Mario 64 ROM hacks.
Hey everybody.
What? Simpleflips?
Yeah?
Hey. Well, I guess we can't do this list without you.
Well, duh, I hold the world record for this game.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You scrub.
Anyway, without further ado, let's go.
Number 10.
Starting off our list, we have the 100 coin star in Bob-omb Battle Factory. This is one of the last levels you'll play in Star Road, so it's not much of a surprise to see that this one's a doozy. This level is all over the place. One minute you'll be dodging big black balls, and the next some generators will be blowing air trying to knock you to your death. It's madness. And that's the thing, it's very easy to die in this course because of all the pits. Most of the platforms you need to access are either very narrow or surrounded by what I'd guess I'd call green gunk. Now, thankfully, getting a large majority of the coins isn't that difficult. A lot of them are out in the open, and it won't be too much of a hassle to collect. This also isn't one of those levels where there's only like 102 total coins. No, you don't need to get every single one that you see. That's not to say that some of the coins aren't put in risky places, like where the huge batch of green gunk is.
Did you know if you go into this pipe, there's a large amount of coins you can collect?
Oh, really? Thanks, Simpleflips. As long as you're really careful about your movement and where you jump, this one shouldn't be too bad. It was honestly challenging picking stars for number 10 and 9 on this list, because it really comes down to how comfortable you are with these worlds. And thankfully, you don't have to get all the red coins to beat this.
I get them all while doing the 100 coin route.
That's cool, talented Flips. You do you.
Get good, dude.
Number 9.
Okay, you guys can expect a few hundred coin stars on this top 10, because at number 9, that's what we got. Mad Musical Mess has to be one of the most challenging levels in Super Mario Star Road due to how limited you are with platforms and how easy it is to bonk. Knowing that should ensure you that getting 100 coins without falling off is going to be a challenge. That is if you don't save state. Seriously, if you're going to save state a Mario 64 ROM hack, do so with something like SM74 Extreme Edition. Anyway, compared to the 100 coin star we just talked about, there's not nearly as many coins in Mad Musical Mess for grabs.
You know, I do have to agree with you on this one.
Is that so?
Yeah, totally. Like, sometimes the Goomba's in the way, and sometimes I'll lose a couple seconds. It's really frustrating trying to deal with that.
Well, anyway, a lot of these coins are put in places where it's very easy to either fall off because of how small the platforms are, or because of those stupid bees. I hate those freaking bees. They have to be the worst aspect of Star Road. Imagine Shy Guys that are faster and on steroids. That's what these stupid things are.
Number 8.
Mario really has a thing for poles and being able to jump off of them. Try that in real life. It won't work as easily as it looks.
You've never seen me jump off a pole, have you?
No.
Well, that's too bad. Call me sometime.
So, for Star 5 and Colossal Candy Clutter, you'll have to climb up and off several poles and continuously land on really small platforms. It all starts out easy because after jumping off a pole, you'll be able to wall jump and garner a better grasp of where to land. Then you'll have to make a few other basic jumps and long jumps and eventually get back to pole humping. The last few pole jumps you have to make need to be extremely accurate. Missing your mark will either force you to start over or fall to your dooming gloom. Now, if you are skilled at Mario 64, this star may not seem all that difficult. Heck, I've played a crap ton of this game, but still find some of these jumps tantalizing to make. Your last few jumps require some pretty precise long jumps, and after that, you'll collect your star on top of some ice cream.
You're such a drama queen.
And why do you say that?
Come on, this one's easy.
As I was saying, what makes this star so challenging is the lack of platforms at your disposal. It's hard to build up speed for the required long jumps, and there's just not much room for error in general.
Number 7.
And now we're heading right on back to Bob-omb Factory to complete Star 5, and that is collecting all 8 red coins.
I already got this star.
Great, Sassy Loops. That's great. But this is my list, you got it? I didn't even invite you.
I'm just trying to help.
Anyway, when collecting 100 coins, you don't need to get all the red coins, and you don't want to either. Some of the locations for these red coins are just ridiculous and take a good amount of skill to collect. Like this one, there's a coin on this barrel completely surrounded by the green gunk, which is an instant death if you touch it. Then there's this coin. You have to carefully traverse to the bottom of this crane, and missing any of these jumps leads you to a pit of despair. And we already brought up this coin, but here you have to navigate on this tiny bar, which is again surrounded by the green gunk. The other red coins aren't in as difficult of spots, but completing all of this at once without dying can be quite a pain, especially for those that aren't the best with Mario 64 controls. And plus, the red coins are all very spread out. You'll have to run through practically every nook and cranny of this world to get all the coins.
Number 6.
Do you like secrets?
Not really.
Yes, but no, I wasn't talking. This next star from Bowser's Rainbow Road is actually a secret star, and boy oh boy, the things you gotta do to get to it. So you'll start off the level as normal, run across the Rainbow Road, jump through some Ferris wheel things, defy physics, and jump to the moon. It's all good and dandy until you get to the moon. Off to the left, there's a tiny little ramp. Jumping off of this ramp will lead you to a very small platform. First off, landing this jump in general is very tricky because you have to launch Mario really high into the air, and aiming where he needs to land takes a lot of practice. Plus, he's moving really fast, so even if you do land on this platform, you might slip off and have to try again. And if that wasn't bad enough, there just had to be a Kuromame ready to spew fire at you as soon as you make your landing.
Kuromame seems like an overly complicated name.
Jesus, I didn't name him. Anyway, so after making that jump, there's a series of even tighter jumps with even less platform to hang on to.
You know, you can actually skip a couple of these with some well-timed jumps.
Will you stop?
I'm just trying to help.
Jeez. So after making those, you'll end up on another planet with a Chukya and a Snuffit. Getting hit by the Snuffit or thrown by the Chukya can send you off the planet and make you do everything all over again. And sometimes they're in spots where they are just straight up trolling. While I'm not a fan of the Secret Star, I do have to respect the challenge because it isn't unfair. Completing this takes pure skill and mastery of the controls.
Number 5.
Trust me, this isn't the last time we're going back to Mad Musical Mess. Number 5, unironically, happens to be Star 5, the one where you collect the red coins.
You do know that it saves time to get the red coins doing the 100 coins, right?
As we've already discussed, just getting around this world without dying can be a big problem because of how little platforms there are, and those stupid bees! Seriously, I almost hate those bees as much as Pink Gold Peach, that's how bad they are. Interestingly, this star feels very similar in context to the red coin star in Bob-omb Battle Factory. The red coins are not only spread out across the whole level, but are put in the most ridiculous places. This coin is underneath the thwomp, but to get to him you need to make very careful jumps across these floating piano pieces. Then there's this one on a music scale. Getting to this area requires some insanely hard movement. I've also noticed that there's a lot of invisible walls surrounding the red coin. These walls have killed me a lot. And this coin is inside the flute. You can't miss this jump or you might bonk and fall to your doom. Gosh, getting these red coins is such a hassle. If there was a smoother way of traversing the level, then maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But that's just not the case.
Number 4.
Remember those awesome slide levels in Super Mario 64?
Hey, I was supposed to say that.
Well, I can see your script.
Please, Thicklefoops, it's rude enough that you go into my video just anyway. Even the ROM hacks include slide levels. It's basically a requirement. However, Star Road Slide Star isn't the star we're talking about. In Sandy Slide Secret, there's this thing called a Replica Star.
I already know what those are.
Ugh, oh really? Oh, really, Simpleflips? You know what, why don't you tell everyone if you're so eager,
Okay, sure. Replica stars don't appear in the game until you've collected all 120 stars and beaten Bowser. After that, you have to go back through some levels and find new, hidden stars that don't rotate.
Okay, I got it from here. So, anyway, the one in this level is in the dumbest spot ever. Like, why does the star have to sit on top of these pink bars? The only way to get to it is to triple jump on one of the side poles, move slightly to the side while maintaining your speed and height, and grab the ledge on the top. Pulling this off is nothing short of a nightmare. Even with practice, this still takes dozens and dozens of tries to complete. I understand that this is supposed to be a very challenging star, but this is almost going too far.
Number 3.
I think everybody saw this level coming up. The Hidden Palace, a place where no average player wants to end up. This is the ultimate challenge in Super Mario Star Road. If you can complete this level without using save states, you deserve to give yourself a pat on the back or something. What's that noise?
I'm patting myself on the back.
So you'll have to tackle well-timed triple jumps, frame-perfect wall jumps, crazy jump dives, triple jumping off a tiny platform, and so much more. I mean, just look at the gameplay. Do you see this madness? Now, one thing that makes this level a bit easier is that during the beginning, if you, when you mess up and fall on your first few tries, there's a pool of water so you can recover your health. But later on, as you make progress, all the platforms are floating in the air with no ground to save you if you fall by accident. It's a nice touch that at the end of the level, you're greeted by Peach and Yoshi. It makes the experience feel very satisfying. But trust me, there's still stars harder than this.
Number 2.
Okay, so we're back in the Hidden Palace, as you can see. Remember how I said there's replica stars in some of the levels? Well, there's one in this stage. Yeah, as if completing this one wasn't already a monumental life achievement, you're gonna have to do the whole thing all over again. So once you get to the end with Peach and Yoshi, your next goal is to wall jump off these walls and get onto the roof. You then have to very carefully jump around on top and move a little bit to the left. There's a small ledge with a replica star sitting on top. So in all actuality, this star really isn't that much harder than what we just talked about, but you still have to complete this whole level again. Looking back though, it's pretty neat that we even have a bonus S course. You don't really expect something like this after beating the final Bowser level. But now, is he gone? Guys, I think he's gone, guys. Okay, so now,
Let's move to number 1.
and now the number one hardest Super Mario Star Road star is... Yep, we're back in mad musical mess yet again, taking on Star 6. This one is titled To Strum the Guitar. But let me tell you something, that title is clickbait. Yes, literally clickbait. You don't strum strings on the guitar, but instead have to go underneath it. There's 2 little black platforms tucked underneath, and let me tell you, I could spend hours trying to get this star. At least until I learned the actual method, but I'll get to that in a minute. So when I first played this star, I thought you had to long jump from this white music track and grab a hold of the platform. But no matter what I did, I either couldn't grab the platform, didn't make it far enough, or Mario just wouldn't grab this stupid thing. Dumbfounded, I went to YouTube to realize that there's a wing cap at the bottom of the harp and you're supposed to fly to the guitar. How on earth was I supposed to figure something like that out? The harp and guitar look so far away.
Okay, this one isn't even that hard, like for real.
Okay, dude, what do you want? Like, why won't you go away? Do you need something? Do you want something? Tell me!
I just wanted a shout out.
A shout out?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. Shout outs to Simpleflips.
Yay. Okay, goodbye.
So all jokes aside, guys, make sure to follow Simpleflips on Twitch. He streams Mario 64 ROM hacks, including the one we just covered, Super Mario Star Road.
What? Fucking, are you kidding me?
Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments what you think the hardest Star Road stars are and why. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.